Thank you. The gentlewoman from Ohio, Mrs. Beatty, who is also the chair of the Subcommittee on Diversity and Inclusion, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
First of all, let me just say thank you to Chairwoman Waters and our ranking member, and certainly to you, Mr. Ray. We have heard a lot. A lot of this has been difficult to digest, primarily because of what has happened to so many people and so much money involved. Mr. Ray, you mentioned in your testimony that one of your primary goals is to limit to the greatest extent possible the harm suffered by FTX customers. Hundreds and hundreds of $1 million have been removed from crypto wallets, and in its estimates that about 1 million people have money frozen in the exchange. Can you all the likelihood those funds back? And if you can't answer that question, might have the information.
Ms. Beatty, would you repeat the question? You were interrupted for a minute or so there.
Oh, I am sorry. I am at home recovering, so I hope, sorry about any connection. Basically, hundreds of dollars have been removed from crypto wallets, and it's estimated that about 1 million people have money frozen in their exchange. Can you tell us how many users have lost money, and when will they get their money back?
Well, our process is such that we are securing our assets every day. Every day we are out looking for wallets and the keys to those wallets to maximize the recovery of value. So that's an ongoing process. We've secured all the cash in the bank accounts to the extent that we can at this point. We've secured crypto assets. We're still in the process of doing that. I mean, ultimately, that's a question of months. The litigation has been pointed out by other members. Certainly will take a longer time frame, but that is our number one focus is to generate value to repay those customers. I don't have a customer account for you today. We do know that there was 2.7 million users in the U.S. silo, which again overstates the customer relationships because people had multiple trading accounts. And in the .com silo, we had over 7.6 million users, again, overstating the actual customer relationships due to the multitude of accounts by any particular customer. So we need to get to the bottom of those customer numbers.
Thanks, Mr. Ray. Let me ask you this. Despite the fact that FTX told customers it would not trade customers' funds, we know now that FTX loaned out, I think, about $10 billion in customer assets for proprietary trading. Mr. Ray, do you know how it was possible for FTX to access clients' funds in violation of its own terms of service that read, without clients' permission, and exposes customers to such massive loss?
Well, as I indicated, I mean, there was no corporate controls, no corporate oversight, no independent board, and the owners of the business, the senior management, had virtual control of the accounts of each of the silos and could move money or assets, as they desired, undetected by customers. To the extent there were rules, and there were very few, obviously they were made to be broken.
So I think what I'm hearing you saying is that there was no one personally approved this. Let me ask you a last question. Can you tell us what regulatory changes could prevent the unauthorization or the unauthorizing customer funds in the future based on your wealth of experience?
Without speculating about what regulatory fix there could be, I've said in my earlier testimony, the critical thing is segregation of customer funds and transparency.
Okay, and lastly, in your 5 points that you outlined, and I'm sorry if you said it before, is there a timetable that you think you can get to that? And that can be a yes or no. I think I'm getting close to my time.
There's no particular time frame, but it's as quickly as possible. In my experience with Enron,
And is that months? Is that weeks? Quickly as possible.
it certainly isn't weeks. It's definitely months, and the causes of action, could take longer. But we will marshal assets on a weekly basis and on a monthly basis, and we'll do that as quickly as possible.
Thank you so much for taking the time to try to help us out. I yield back.
Thank you.